Between humans, vocalization of our thoughts, desires, feelings, humor, these are part of what makes us human. If we did not specifically contract your services, we do not require someone who is not sworn to first do no harm to watch us. It's not simply a matter of whatever you say it is, because Sigmund Freud was a raging homosexual cocaine distributor and fugitive in exile. And that's the basis for your authority. You can't, in your vast experience and insight, your expertise, you can't picture the possible complications of having somebody who diagnoses people all day for a living, for profit, the possible, the potential for false positives. I was not party to any deal which obligates me to the investment made on your interpretation. Washington, did Trump clear dispatching Marine One to my domestic residence with our new owners prior to? Did he make sure it was okay with Freud here? Secret Service, do you have a green light as long as it has something to do with drugs? Did they tell you if it had anything to do with anything else? You don't have to answer me, just so you know. Because maybe between our new healthcare provider and me, one of us is lying. If he's not the one that's lying, how come I'm the one that's not allowed to talk to Washington? Someone has to be guilty to scapegoat them. Like, they don't necessarily, they get a cut and they take off and, oh, it's that guy. God is not selectively scapegoating us because of our religion. The only reason that our diplomatic apparatus would be prevented from recovering, a decisive, a significant, substantial, possibly total amount of whatever is being alleged that we owe is because the United Nations is robbing us with one hand and preventing us from investigating, and then blaming us with the other and punishing us. It is customary to maintain a deficit between civilized countries. It's not the source of our power. I don't know where you're from, specifically you. I know who you work for. So, you ripped off the insurance company and sent collections after me because you heard that I was already, I already owe. You were under the mistaken impression I might believe there was like a cartel with a space program. I tried to hire a lawyer to investigate, send a subpoena, and do this civilized way. And I got jingleheads accusing me of lawyering up. So I went and investigated. And it was costly. And it took what Geneva would consider inhumane just to get me to do that. I get back, figure I'd give you a call, see if you wanted to work something out, and you play games. And then John McAfee dies, and you win a prize. So where are we at now? One of us is the cartel? Because first do no harm, you're not a doctor, per se. Act like I'm not allowed to know about this stuff. If you wanted to know if I was a retard, you could have asked me anything other than about my supply. But you got carried away. You're used to doing things a certain way, and it's what you say goes. From the frequency of the pattern of instances of coincidence, should I presume you had something to do with the original offense? Can I not? Can I enforce on this ultimate injustice without you having to report to some foreign wizard your failure? I thought for sure it was illegal for you to be here without your anchor baby in Brazil. Idiot got his own son killed. I know you weren't working for the colonel because his sister got in trouble. These are the kind of capable people I'm talking about. Not cold cases from 25 years ago. I don't know if you thought you had a legitimate beef, but I mean, if you're so heavily vested in us not solving crimes against the state, you're just the root of the problem. When I go to Mar-a-Lago, I leave a message for Trump, and a Somalian doorman refuses to even look at it. Makes me wonder if the CIA is aware of what's going on yet. You scared if you have to go back to your home planet, that somebody bigger than the colonel is going to be upset with you? Because I made it pretty clear I didn't witness against him, and then I went ahead and confirmed that if that were the case, that he was unable to keep real-time intel. It's somebody's discretion when we get the message. I guess some doctors think they're just here to like manage the day-to-day cases, and then when one of the high-dollar, high-value targets comes along, that's when they make their money. They don't have to do any of the dirty work themselves, but they do have to be ridiculous. Doesn't occur to you that if I'm not retarded, the vast amounts of money that have gone into coast-to-coast investigation for the past, well, at that time, 15 years, eight. Prior to that, it wasn't so overtly clandestine. But when one pursues the cause of such action and relates plausibly deniable indirect patterns to what they know, what they remember, justifiable mistakes, opportunistic gullibility, sense of humor, which is probably not much of a factor, depending on how much it's worth. Do you think you're going to buy us out of this? Is that your problem? Because I'm pretty sure